Hello, and welcome to the Deanna Herron Podcast Show. This is Deanna Herron, your host. Thank you so much for joining me today. I so value and appreciate each one of you who are part of this amazing podcast and community. So, if you haven't had a chance to listen to last week's podcast, I'm going to send you back to that one. It's all about changing your mindset to a mindset of love. And you guys, this has been such a difference maker in my life. So go back and listen. I would love to have your rate and review on that podcast as well. So today's podcast is all about 8 traits to be great. And these are things that I've incorporated into my life over the last 10 years after I've done a lot of coaching, been to a lot of different conferences, and really have really dove in head first into my personal growth and development. So these are 8 traits that I utilize that I want to share with you. So if you're not driving, I want you to take a pen and paper and jot these down. And as you grow in your leadership, as you grow to that master's level in your field, these are some things that you can incorporate into your life. Okay, you ready to get started? Here we go. So 8 traits to be great. I'm going to start with obviously number 1. And one of the most important traits is when you wake up in the morning, before your feet even hit the floor, I want you to be thinking in your mind, who can I serve today? Who can I serve today? Because when you start your day with the mindset of adding value to other people, serving other people with your gifts and talents, you guys, that will bring you joy. Sometimes we get so caught up in our day-to-day life that we forget why we're here. And we're here to add value to other people through your gifts and talents. There are people out there who are extremely gifted at cooking. There are people out there who are extremely gifted at doing podcasts. There are people out there who are very gifted at coaching volleyball, coaching baseball. How about one-on-one coaching? Those are their gifts and talents. You need to find yours and use that to add value to other people. So that's one thing that I say to myself before I even get out of bed. Who am I going to serve today? Who can I add value to today? Number two is visualize your outcome of whatever your goal is. So if you have a goal, do you want me to start over, Chase?
You can just go ahead and continue with number 2. Yeah.
Okay. Penny, no ma'am. Go. This is what I was afraid of with someone pulling up.
No worries.
Okay. Okay, number 2 is visualize your outcome. And we all have goals that we want to achieve in this life. So if you have that goal in your mind, whatever that is, I want you to visualize the outcome. And here's what I mean. One of my goals, big, audacious, hairy goals, is I feel like I will be speaking in front of millions of people. I don't know how. I have an idea of how that will work, but I'm visualizing what that looks like. I'm visualizing what that feels like. I'm visualizing who's in the audience. I'm visualizing what I'm wearing and how I'm going to be speaking. So I'm visualizing the outcome of the goal. So whatever your goal is, it's really important to visualize it and ask yourself, how does it feel? What does it look like? What am I doing? Who's surrounding me? and really get in that moment, because the more you can see it, the more you believe it, and the more you're going to attract that success. Number 3, this is such a good trait to have. Get in the habit of speaking life into yourself and others. So, people that you surround yourself with, they're either life breathers or they're life takers. Choose to be one that breathes life into other people. Choose to see the good in others. Don't leave a conversation without giving somebody a compliment. Always make that a point. Breathing life into others when you are around others, it's really important. This is part of the process, is making sure that you have amazing eye contact with that person. That is part of breathing life. That is part of letting that person know you are important to me. It doesn't matter who is walking behind you, who is walking beside you, who else I can talk to. I'm not looking there, because you matter to me right now. That is so important. So never forget the power of eye contact when you are speaking life into other people. And make sure that you speak life into yourself as well. That is important as you go throughout your day. Just telling yourself, good job. I'm proud of you. Look at you. You're amazing. So breathe life into yourself instead of seeing whatever you think the lack is. So number 3, speak life into others. Number 4, you know what? Success, I'm going to tell you, is all about a decision. And that decision is making the choice to take steps into the unknown. Taking steps into the unknown and having faith that when you put in the work, it's going to happen. So your decision today on your journey needs to be, no matter what, I'm not giving up. No matter what, I'm not going back. I'm moving forward. I'm taking steps in the direction of my goal and dream. I'm not going to allow obstacles or other people's opinions to stand in my way. Today, I'm deciding I will never give up. There's so many stories out there about not having that back door. And when I was practicing medicine and decided to take that jump into entrepreneurship, you guys, I did have a little bit of a back door. I still had medicine behind me that was giving me that consistent paycheck. But there was a point where I had to get rid of that back door in order to step into that next level of greatness so that I could open myself up for more. And the story that I love the most is, I want you to imagine that you're in a boat and you go to a deserted island, and you get off on that deserted island and you burn the boat. You burn the boat because you're going to make it work on that deserted island. You don't know what's going to happen, but you know, no matter what, you are going to make it work. I want you to think like that. Decide not to give up and burn the boats that you can burn at this point in your life. Don't give yourself a back door, a way out, an excuse. Just keep moving in that direction. Number five, take care of you. Take care of you. That is so important. You first. We as women have such a hard time thinking that way because we have kids to take care of, we have careers to take care of, we have a husband, we have a house, etc. But when you fly on an airplane, one of the first things they say, the flight attendant will tell you, in case of an emergency, your oxygen mask will come down. Put the mask on yourself first before you put the mask on the person beside you or the young child, right? And the reason why they say that is you are no good if you don't have oxygen. You're not good for anybody else if you don't first take care of you. And so you need to fill your cup. A person with an empty cup has nothing to offer this world. And you guys, you are world changers. You are champions. You are gold medalists. And you need to take care of you first. So that's a very, very important one. And these are not in order of importance because they're all vitally important. Number 6, this is my favorite. I never really thought that I was a learner, but that is actually one of my strengths is I'm a learner. I didn't really understand what that was about when I first read it. So I believe it was in Marcus Buckingham's book, Now Discover Your Strengths, where I learned that. And that was one of my top strengths is learning. And you guys, what that means is I never want to just settle for where I am. I'm constantly learning and growing to that next level. I'm always reading, listening to podcasts, going to conferences, and internalizing the things that I learn into my life. That's what an eternal learner does. So number 6 is becoming an eternal learner. There's never a point in your life where you're there. So make the decision to always get better and better and better, not perfect, but continuing to grow yourself. Because I'm going to tell you, if you're a leader, and we all lead in some way, you are the lid. You are the lid for your team. You are the lid for your children. And so the more you grow, the higher your lid, the more your team can grow to meet that lid. So if your lid is low, your team will have a low lid. If your lid is high, your team can go up pretty close to that lid. And the same with your family. So make sure that you're in a constant state of learning and growing to become that greater version of yourself. And that includes, as you're growing, we're shedding off those limiting beliefs. And that is what's so fun about being an eternal leader is we're getting rid of those limiting beliefs. Number 7, this is a hot topic right here. I'm just going to tell you, strive for joy and not happiness. Strive for joy and not happiness. So what does that mean? So just a little clip of my book, Journey to Joy. Most of my life, I was searching for happiness. I was searching for happiness in material items. I was searching for happiness in success. I was searching happiness through people. I was searching happiness through switching jobs, etc. And happiness is always external. Joy is on the inside. So choose to have joy in your life right where you are today. Being thankful for where you are today, what you have today, and how much you've grown from yesterday. That's joy, you guys. It's inside. It's an inside job, whereas happiness is external. And external happiness will never bring you joy. It will never bring you joy. Things will not bring you joy. There's temporary happiness. And so strive for joy on the inside by growing yourself, being confident in who you are and what you bring to the table to this world. And always grow yourself. So number 7, strive for joy. Joy is such an amazing place to be. An amazing place to be. Number 8, this is a hard one for me, okay? Because I love to work. I've always loved to work. I love to add value to people. So I'm constantly thinking and creating and doing. I love to work. And because I love to work, I will tell myself, when I finish this, then I can go have fun. I've done that in my entire life, you guys. Fun needs to be in there all the time. You need to allow yourself to have fun on a regular basis. This one, I'm going to be really honest. I'm working so hard on this one. And some of the things that I do for fun is just play. When I have my grandkids, which I have grand boys, we just play. I let them use their imagination and we just explore and we go and we play. I let them use their imagination. When was the last time that you allowed yourself just to play, just to have fun with your kids? Put your phone down. That's one way that I experience fun. The second way that I've been experiencing fun lately is I love yoga. So I'm back on my yoga mat after a year. And one of my playful times is just doing handstands, doing headstands, learning to do different things in yoga poses, etc. Very playful. I don't take it seriously, but I just have fun. Okay. So let fun be a part of your life, whatever that is for you. We don't have to constantly be going. There's only so much your body can give. So allow yourself to have a little bit of rest just by having fun. Okay, so let's review what I talked about. So, number one, who can I serve today? Who am I going to add value today? Number two, visualize your outcome. Number three, speak life into yourself and others. Number four, decide. Decide today not to give up on your dream. Never give up on your dream. Number five, take care of you. Number six, be an eternal learner. Number seven, strive for joy and not happiness. And number eight, have fun. Which one of these are you going to incorporate into your life today? Today, listening to this podcast is one thing, but we have to internalize it, really utilize the tools that I just gave you to make some switches and some changes in your life. So which one are you going to use when you get off this podcast? I'd love to hear from you and hear which one really was that aha moment for you. So thank you for joining me on this podcast. I hope that this has added such great value to you and has really lifted you to that next level of leadership. I would love it if you would go and rate this podcast and write a review. If this podcast has really added value, share it with your family and friends. And it would mean the world to me if you would give a 5-star review. You can follow me on Instagram. My handle is Deanna Herron. And I would love to hear from you. Many of these podcasts are designed for people who have reached out to me and say, hey, I would really love to hear this. And so I would love to hear from you. I answer all of my direct messages. So send me a message and let me know what you think. I have a private Facebook group that I would love for you to be a part of. It's a group of amazing women who encourage each other, empower each other, grow each other. These are top level leaders, and I would love for you to be a part of it. You can go to deannaherron.net and request to be added to Deanna's Diamonds. I would love to have you, and you could add so much value to this group. We need you in here. So again, thanks for joining me. And I don't take this for granted. Thank you for allowing me to share and really share from my heart and from my experience. It's a true joy to be able to serve you today. God bless.